All right, I am so happy right now. I recently purchased an Apollo X8 from Universal Audio. So this whole time since I built my basement studio, I haven't had a proper studio audio interface. And the reason why I've never went to something small like something from Focusrite or Presonus is because I wanted to have an interface that I could also use for 5.1 mixing. And maybe possibly one day, if it's supported, Dolby Atmos mixing. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this interface, technologically, is a beast, and a lot of its features are a little way over my head. And I know it might drive some people nuts, but I didn't even get it specifically for the fact that you can get the plugins that run from the system on it. I just wanted a Thunderbolt interface with lots of outputs, enough to do at least a 5.1 setup, and undeniably good preamps. And I get it. I know the plugins have a lot to do with that. And in about a month or two, I'll do a proper review, but today we're just gonna unbox the Universal Audio Apollo X8 interface. But first, a word from our sponsor, Direct Music Service. DMS is an online database where DJs can get their music from. There's thousands of unique edits, remixes, and originals that you can choose from of your favorite tracks that you can use to rock your next dance floor. They also have an app that you can use on your mobile device where you can browse their database and then save songs so that it appears on your Dropbox when you get home. I'm going to leave you 2 discount links down below in the pinned comment if you want to subscribe. Go to directmusicservice.com today to sign up. All right, so let's open this up. If you're wondering what I've been using since I do not have an audio interface until I got this, I have been using my Serato SL box. But there comes a time where I need something that is undeniably great quality. Maybe I should turn this upside down. And it's possible I could have gone for the Volt series from Universal Audio, which is their more affordable series, but it runs on USB Type-C, which, yeah, it's the same connector as Thunderbolt on my Mac. And it doesn't have the processing for plugins. If you want to know what I mean by plugins, it's the fact that to help reduce the CPU load on your computer, there's processing that is involved right on the unit. So this is the box for the Apollo X8. So let's open this up. Okay, Universal Audio. This is the Heritage Edition. Oh my gosh, that is some beautiful packaging. Let's put that right in the middle. Okay, there's this box. It's probably the accessory box. It's so nice to see this type of foam in packaging where, you know, the white foam kind of becomes, makes a mess when you touch it, and it's easy to break. I know that I'm going to be getting a patch bay and an expansion preamp board in the next coming months. And while I needed a lot of outputs, I also needed several inputs so I could put all the Terais gear and synthesizers, the samplers, synthesizers, and drum machines that I have, and run it off one interface. Silica gel. That is beautiful. Nothing beats the smell of opening a brand new gear. It's not too heavy, so this shouldn't be too difficult to put into my rack on my studio desk. Feels like aluminum all around. Really, really thick and solid rack ears. Well, it has to be if it has to hold the weight, especially if it's in an angle. All right, it's a very minimalistic design in the front. It has the display here, 2 big encoder knobs that are marked preamp and monitor. Monitor control for your volume. An on-off switch. You got input, well, you got a bunch of buttons, but not too many because the controls for this is done in software. But my big reason for this is the fact that it has 2 Thunderbolt ports right here. That means you can use the Thunderbolt connection to chain to another device. And also, look how many outputs we got here. We have a total of 10 outputs. 2 of them are marked monitor, which would be your normal monitor out, but the other 8 are marked output/surround. So for this unit, this is expected to be used for multi-channel mix down. And the reason why I want the multi-channel output is because I have enough monitors to do this, because a long time ago I bought a bunch of monitors for studio monitors for the use of 5.1 mixing. And I've been really getting into this side hobby of mine of film scoring. In fact, I recently co-scored a G.I. Joe fan film that's going to be released very soon. And with a total of 10 outputs here, which is expandable to more, by the way, this is enough to get me going for mixing it down in full surround. Also, there's 14 inputs. There's 2 in the front, high Z for your guitar. We got 4 XLR, and we have 8 balanced TRS inputs right here. There's also SPDIF in, SPDIF out, and word clock. So yeah, I'm making a big jump. I'm going from a little Serato box that I've done everything with so that I can get the best sound out of, to a super professional studio interface. And I'll tell you right now, for just making beats and making songs, not using too much hardware, this is a little overkill. But because I plan on continuing working with film, even from a hobbyist point of view, I really been eyeing getting one of these. So now let's open what's in the box over here. Wonder if it has a special pull down. And the reason why I expected that is because whenever I open an Apple product and I start using my knife, I get the comments, hey, you know there's a tab you can pull? But nope, there's no tab. All right. So, what do we got in this box? By the way, I love the packaging that they do here. I didn't expect it to be this good, but I love that there's that extra step of extra love that was put into putting this together, because it's the type of device that should have good packaging. Oops, opening it upside down. Here's your getting started card right here. Your IEC power cable, some rack screws, and the power supply. I really feel like I'm opening an Apple device here. Well, maybe the bubble wrap isn't so Apple, but... Ooh, what is that? The power supply is a 4-pin XLR-like plug. Very similar to XLR, except it has 4 pins on it. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm not gonna hook it up to the computer just yet, but I will power it on. All right, let's turn it on. So yeah, this is the Apollo X8 by Universal Audio. In the next several weeks, maybe a couple months after I get acclimated using it, we'll talk about it and do an in-depth review. But if you wanna catch it when it comes out, be sure to click that subscribe button and that little bell icon right here on my channel. Product link is down in the pinned comment or the description below. Really appreciate you for watching. Thanks, take care. May you find the knowledge you seek and the force be with you always.